What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So on today's episode on the Campervan Builder, I'm going to be continuing with the little Ford Connect micro campervan conversion that I've recently started on the channel. So I've recently fully insulated all of the rear of the conversion, all the doors, all the flooring, things like that. So in today's episode I'm going to be laying down some of the Altro safety flooring just to basically transform the rear area, because it's fully insulated both above and beneath the ply panel, so it's all ready to get the safety flooring laid down. Now the flooring that I'm using is the same I use throughout all of the conversions that I do on my channel, and this is Altro safety flooring, so it's rubber backed flooring. It's not the standard lino type stuff that you get in the standard flooring outlets. This is really thick, hard wearing stuff to the point where you can practically stand on nails and screws and it won't puncture through. Unlike lino, where you can just pretty much stand on anything and it'll just puncture a hole straight in it. I've learnt that lesson once on the first conversion I did, and I've never used lino again since. I've always used the Altro flooring and I've never had a problem with it since. So if you're looking for similar sort of flooring like this that I'm going to be laying, have a look in the description below, and there'll be links going out to eBay where there's a vast selection of the Altro flooring in lots of different colours, styles, patterns, things like that. So if you're looking for similar flooring, check the link below and that'll go up to eBay to similar places where I bought all this from. So this roll itself, it's just bigger than what I need, which is a really nice offcut from one of my previous conversions. So it is going to need some cutting down, and because, as I said, this is rubber backed flooring, this is really tough, hard wearing stuff, so it's quite hard to cut down to shape as well. So you really need a couple of good blades or a really good pair of scissors to be able to get all the snips and trims that are needed. But as you can see inside the conversion, all the flooring's all fully insulated now, so it's all a case of just getting the Altro flooring rolled out into the main living area, marking out where it's going to need some trims and cuts. Then when it's cut to shape, I'll fold it back and then it'll get fully stuck down onto the flooring using some high temperature spray adhesive. So first things first, as I say, I'm going to roll this out onto the floor plan, mark out where I need to make some little trims and cuts, and then, as I say, we'll get the cuts trimmed, we'll get the flooring stuck down and see what it looks like when it's all finished. So I'm going to get some safety gear out, some tools out, some pencils and things, do some markings, we'll get cracked on, and by the end of this episode we'll have the full flooring laid down in this little Ford Connect micro campervan. So let's get cracked on. Right guys, so that's the Altro safety flooring all laid down with all of the trims required for around the arches, around the sliding door, things like that. So now it's all trimmed to size and in place. I'm now just going to peel it back half and half. Then I'll be using the high temperature spray adhesive, and again I'll put links for the adhesive below as well. So I'll be spraying half of the underside of the safety flooring and the insulation. We'll fold that back, we'll fold the other half back over, and again rinse repeat with more of the adhesive as well. Then we'll fold it all back over, and that'll be the full flooring pretty much all installed, ready for the rest of the conversion to be starting to be built up. So we'll get the high temperature adhesive out, and as I say, half and half, we'll get this stuck down. Right, so with all the flooring laid down, the only thing I've got left to do now is to apply some of the trim that I took up before I laid the new flooring down. And I've given that little bits of trim a fresh lick of paint as well, just to give it a little freshen up as well, just because they were looking a little bit worn and tired. So I'm going to get those bits of trim on. I've got one for the back door and another one going down where the sliding door is, and that's just some corner trim that's going to go over the edges just to hide away where the ply meets the actual Altro flooring. So I'll get this trim fitted in, and that'll be the flooring pretty much all done. Right guys, so that's the final bits of trim down for the flooring. I've got the main strip at the rear of the entrance. I've got another strip over at the sliding door, and I've also got a bit of plastic trim just at the front here that I've just used some adhesive on just to get this stuck down as well. Obviously this is just has a little bits of tape on just to be sure that it can't move while the adhesive's going off. But in general, that is the flooring all fully complete now. As I say, this is the Altro safety flooring as well, so it's not your thin foam backed lino type flooring. This is really hard wearing rubber backed flooring, the same type you get in offices, factories, workplaces, things like that. So if you're looking for flooring like this, have a look in the description below. I'll link out to eBay where there's lots of different Altro safety floor sellers. Some of them are really quite cheap as well. You can get the same sort of length to cover this van from probably about £30–40, something like that. And that's not bad at all for really hard wearing stuff as well. So the only really thing I've got left to do for the flooring is to start boxing in all of the sides, but that's going to get done when I start building the rock and roll bed for the passenger side and the kitchen unit that's going to be going down the driver's side as well. Obviously it still has all of the side panels to go in as well, so once they're in, that again will just tidy up all of the edges that are going to be butted up against the ply panels once they're in place and fully carpeted. But that is the Altro safety flooring all fitted with all the finishing trim in place as well. So I hope you found this video useful. If you want to see the conversion of this van step by step, have a look in the link in the top corner. I'll put a link to the playlist showing all of the work that's going on in this conversion, job by job, as we go along as well. So as I say, hope you found the video useful. If you did, consider giving it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. There's going to be lots and lots of update jobs coming on this little micro campervan conversion as we go along doing the jobs. So hopefully I'll see you next week in next week's episode of this Ford Connect micro campervan conversion. Thanks for watching. Cheers.